Tactical Snacking with Decay.
Welcome to Tactical Snacking with Decay. I am Decay, and yes, I am wearing the exact same clothes as the previous video, but that's because we're shooting this literally right after we shot the other video. But that's okay, because there's a good reason for this. In this particular video, which I know it annoys my wife to death saying that, but in this particular video, we're going to make some potatoes that are going to accompany the chuck roast that will be in the previous video. So if you haven't watched that, you should watch that, then watch the potato one to go along with it. What we're going to do, it's very easy, is we're literally going to take our potatoes, I'm going to put them in this hotel pan and seal it up with foil. We're going to dab the potatoes with a little bit of butter, hit it with some salt and some butt glitter, and let them slow roast at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for about 4 hours, about the same amount of time that our roast is going to end up going. And when they come out, they're going to be really nice and soft. They're not going to be really fluffy and creamy, but they're going to have an amazing texture that I know you're going to love. So let's play with our food. Potatoes. Very yummy and delicious stuff. These happen to be some red ones that we just got at the market. This particular recipe works fantastic for either red or the yellow varieties that you typically find. Even the white ones will work nicely. I can't say I'm a huge fan of doing this with russets. They tend to be a little bit more mealy, whereas the waxier potatoes tend to have a much smoother consistency, which you'll see later. But these potatoes have been washed. They're in the hotel pan here, and now we're going to season them up and get them ready to go. And for that, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of grapeseed oil. And I like grapeseed oil because it tends to be very neutral flavored. It doesn't have a strong flavor like you typically get with things like olive oil and avocado oil and such. And just mix those around to get a little bit of oil on them. Then hit them with a bit of salt, and a little bit more, and some butt glitter. And then I like to hit them with just a little bit of butter, because butter is always better, and it will melt and turn all yummy and delicious in the bottom, and it'll actually make the bottom of the potatoes have this really nice little crust that I'm a huge fan of. And generally speaking, everyone else who have had these potatoes agrees. And if they don't, they're no longer friends of mine. That's a joke. I don't have many friends to begin with. Bad attempt at humor, I know. And just a little bit more. And there we go. Alright. Now the only thing left to do is seal this up in foil, and then it's going to go in the oven with our beef roast from the previous video for the same amount of time at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for about 4 hours or so. The great thing about this is you can set it, say, in the afternoon for evening dinner, and 2 out of 3 things are good to go. You don't have a whole lot of work to do later on. So it's been about 4.5 hours at this point for the potatoes, and they should be perfect for what we want. So let's go ahead and take those out. And have a look. Nice. And these, yeah, slide in real nice and soft. They're not super pillowy and have that kind of mashed potato texture, but it's still a little solid, but it's still nice and creamy, and you can still kind of mish it up if you'd like. I like to finish these off in a couple of different ways. So we'll take our potato here and slice it open. You can see that it's kind of like a baked potato a little bit, but it's not that super fluffy kind of texture, but it'll mish together really nice, and it's super delicious. Some things that you can do to finish it off, perhaps a little bit of butter, a little bit of butt glitter, And you can just eat it straight up as is, and that'd be fantastic. Or you can go the extra mile. Hit it with a little sour cream. Maybe some cheddar cheese. And some finely sliced green onion. And that would be a fantastic side dish to any meal. These are my long roasted potatoes. Thanks for watching.